The talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham, and watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Conor Benn. Conor, the Destroyer Benn, one of those must-see type of fighters coming out of the UK. The famous son of a legend who's beating his own path. Dalton Thunder Smith fighting out of the Steel City of Sheffield, United Kingdom.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
The fighters are in the ring. It's time for the official introductions. Here's the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, introducing from Essex, England, a continental welterweight champion, Conor the Destroyer Benn. Fighting out of the blue corner, introducing from Sheffield, England, an English super lightweight title holder, Dalton Thunder Smith.
So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time.
Todd, all I can say,
all right,
heaven on earth. Heaven on earth.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Oh, that right uppercut scored. Can't find a home with that jab. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
These 2 are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Timing beats speed, speed beats power. Defense is not an option for these 2. Failing to score with that right hook. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Benn in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
That's his round. Don't worry, got to be smart, otherwise he'll see it.
And there's the bell to start round 2. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter punch. When you're fighting a counter puncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counter puncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Only catching air with that hook.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ben in that last. On to the third. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Punch caught him clean.
When are we going to see a jab from these two?
Nice counter punch right up the middle. The straight right just misses. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ben in that lap. On to the fourth we go. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? That right hook won't score. Beautiful counter shot. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Both men step back for just a moment. The jab not finding its target.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.
Let's talk about Ben in that last. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Nice defense on that jab. How about that time counter shot?
And so far, the offense has been better than the defense.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
You'd like to see more jabs.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. After what we saw in that last... There's the bell to start round 6. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Lucky that hook didn't score. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
So much for boxing. This is a fight.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Good counter punch. That uppercut misses. Lucky to have avoided that uppercut. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. Well, we know that... Here comes round 7. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
That jab won't score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The courage on display here is incredible. The straight right just misses. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Was a gut. Just stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight.
Round 8, and we're off again. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. He threw the hook, didn't land. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than nothing.
Idea, but misses with the left hook. The straight right just misses. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. The judges have spoken, a unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big, hard lesson. I totally agree.